Oh, it's so boring. Imagine sitting in that boardroom watching that big screen display of a badly done PowerPoint presentation. Avoid death by PowerPoint by following these simple rules.
So you come on and input your title here. For our title will be Wonders of Nature. Make sure that your title is direct to the point of your presentation. Then on the second slide, you're going to greet people. Hello, like for example, my name is Kamal Mali and I'm here because I love to give presentations. And you can find me at the Mali Way, that is my Twitter handle. The third slide, make sure that you're precise and to the point. Natural resources is the slide title. Make sure that the slide title is larger than the text that you're going to input. This is to make sure that your audience will be concentrating on the title more than all the ambiguous or the rest of the text. Make sure that you do not overload your slides and you can add some text going down. There's a magic number 6 because uh, if you're having 6 points, it's very easy to remember them. But if you overload your slides, then your slides will become very boring to read through, and your audience will listen to you or read the content, but they cannot do both. Remember, your audience cannot be reading the content and at the same time listening to you. So you'll have to put simple and short sentences so that they can have time to read through and to go back to listening to you while you present your presentation on Microsoft PowerPoint. Yes. Then onward onto slide number 4, you have to use to get the attention of your audience. It is always good to use icons or illustrations when you're trying to explain a point. For example, you can use just a simple illustration like this to uh, strengthen the point of what you are talking about. Then we go to slide number 5. You can also split your content into a number of rows. You can split into 2 or 3 rows and make sure that the heading of each split content is bigger than the body. That is to make sure that the audience will be concentrating more on the headings than on the body. You find people making the mistake of writing them in the same size, in the same font size, and in the same font color or the same font color and indentation. But when you edit your headings for the columns, for the different columns, it becomes easy for the people to focus on the headings. Yes. For example, here we have 2 columns, and it is very easy for me to go to the white and black headings before I even come to read below here. Then we go to slide number, okay, yes, to add another point here, let me just add a very simple point. The point I'm still talking about and stressing very much. Remember the audience's attention is on larger. Remember the audience's attention is on larger text. And it's on larger text and larger objects. For example, here the attention will be white and black because they are the titles and they are larger in font size than the other explanation of what the white and black means. Yes. So we go to the next one. The next slide is slide number 6. And remember, you don't have to click on these slides. You can always use automated slide flow. You can be when you're presenting the slides or when you're presenting this work in now the presentation mode, you can click or you can use a remote, or you can just set it to be flowing after a duration of certain time. Yes, these are 3 columns. It's an example of 3 columns where we have used 3 columns instead of the other 2 when we had black and white. Moving on to the next slide, it is always important to use pictorial representations of your work. If you're talking about nature, you're talking about wind nature, it is always good to use presentation or pictorial presentation. They say that a picture is worth 1,000 words. If you look at this picture, it gives you an idea of conveys a bigger idea than what you could have done by even talking about it or talking about the thing. Then the next slide is about to use tables to compare data that you're talking about. You can use tables and also bring in more values to the table to compare certain things. For example, you're comparing Africa, Europe, and South America. You can also use figures and numbers, use figures and numbers to bring out your presentation even better. And of course, at the end of your presentation, always be courteous. Thank the people who you are presenting to, and also provide a means that they can reach to you for further questions. If they have any questions, they can find you at the Maliway. That is my handle, Twitter handle, and designsmile@gmail.com. That is my email address. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section or even reach to me through the email address provided above. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you like it, and questions are welcome.